Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your full moon in Cancer. The wolf moon will occur on the 3rd of January, 2026. This is affecting the way others see you, the way that you are taking your place in the community. And the card that I pulled for your overall energy is the Knight of Wands. This shows you enthusiastic, enlivened, moving with such fire and passion in your effort to engage a community in something that you are working on, something that is inspired by you. The Three of Cups shows that your community is responsive with support, with new ideas, with uh, energy, with the desire to build upon, enrich, and enliven something that you are creating. And this is a result of your inspiration, your motivation, but it is being met with a variety of um, peers, collaborators, and assistants that are helping you to fill out your ideas with a greater concrete understanding of what is required, what the impact of your ideas, your project will be on the community, how it creates cohesion. In the 10th house, this is the house that is impacted by the full moon in Cancer. The 10th house is where others see you, where your place is being established and you're being seen productively as a collaborator, as someone who is happily a part of a team in which you are building something excellent. You're expanding upon a resource and you're making that available to all people. You're soliciting the best ideas of others by modeling your own best energy, your own spiritually aligned efforts. And that is the criterion with which you draw in your participants and your uh, collaborators, is this idea that you are aligned to something that is greater than all of you. This is really quite uh, um, aligned with the totality of your community or your associations, so that this is available to anyone of any sort. This benefits children, families, parents, uh, all those who bring concrete skills, attention, and a desire to enrich the community together. And this is greatly enlivening you because you're producing something tangible through this effort. And that is really satisfying this visionary quest that you're on, that can often exist endlessly in the clouds and theory. And this instead is supplying you with those concrete relationships, those loving, warm openings and conversations that produce something that is of use. In the first house, the Nine of Pentacles is emphasizing that you stand as an independent agent. And on that basis, you're able to make determinations about what is right for you, what to invest in, how you are directing the energies and the concrete resources of your project, so that you are from a place of integrity as you move forward, understanding that you are investing in your own growth process. And that growth process naturally is extending its reach further and further into your community. It's benefiting more and more who are observant of your model of behavior, your path, and they are understanding that your individuality gives you this place of authority, this place of integrity. In the 4th house, your home, your family. Uh, Interesting, what's coming to me with the Chariot is how good you feel about being who you are. This is quite often about gaining that focus to control this gift this project that we are focused upon, that we're concentrating on, we're directing ourselves and others towards. Here, it all comes and starts in the heart. And that heart necessarily is the energy, not so much of belonging, that Leo energy, but of the heart in the sense of the hearth, the center of the home, the center of the body, where you have learned that you are who you are for a very specific reason and task, and that you are no longer trying to be like others, fit in, accommodate others in that way. You proudly feel good standing on your authority, on your gift, on who you are, that is able to create this momentum, powerful momentum towards some kind of success, some kind of achievement where you have learned to make space for your the exercise of your gift, your talent. In the seventh house, this is the house of significant others, your house, and it feels as though you have released a lot of perhaps relationships, moreover, more deeply, patterns of behavior, of language, of narrative that you have been telling yourself. The story that once replicated the version of you is no longer something you believe in or see the necessity to. In fact, you see that old story as outdated, useless, something that doesn't promote you. It perhaps in the past promoted the well-being of others, but at the expense of you. And now you understand that the release of that has provided tremendous space for you to be able to release and operate on this new authority that you've established, in which you come from your unique individual expression that comes from your heart, that comes from authentic desire about what you require, what you want to create in the world, and how you heal yourself and the world. There may be, for some of you, a literal passing of someone who was significant in your life, but that passing is almost a celebration of your rebirth, not in a negative way, as though you are happy that this person is passing on. You're understanding their passing has allowed you to appreciate their place in your life, the values they instilled in you, and the sense of belonging that they gave you, even if that belonging is to an old story that you're now ready to relinquish. Libra, if this reading is resonating for you, please like this video. Please share this with others if you feel inclined to do so. And thank you for subscribing to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the support that you give me in these very chaotic times, which I live through with you. So I appreciate the love. It supports me in many ways. In the first house, the Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, which shows you doing your very characteristic balancing. You have an idea, you have a project, perhaps you have an audience, and you're always looking at the needs back and forth of a former audience, perhaps, or what you may have identified as important in the past, and the way that you're refashioning that moving forward. And you've done that through the pursuit of some brutal truth for you. This brutal truth, in all likelihood, affected who you allowed into your life and who you found yourself desiring a relationship with. The value of that relationship, the truth, the movement towards some kind of fairness or equity, some kind of justice from the past. So this can be the releasing of the past in order to make way for this new version of yourself, this more independent version of yourself. And this is not a severing of people. This is a revelation. This is an illumination, but one that not only allows you greater space to recreate your own image, but it has provided um, a reflection of your behavior, who you were in the past, in a way that you may have found quite brutal, quite stark, and that you are recognizing the tremendous growth and the bravery and courage it's taken to take the step forward on this new path. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your family, your foundation, the Chariot is clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Magician. Confidence is yours, clearly. Your passion really has taken over your rational sense. You built and identified the things that are important to you, the things you desire, the community you want to speak to, with, and on behalf of. And that has empowered this ability to create something that is uniquely you. As you draw in others, as you co-create with others, you are very clear that this is primarily a vehicle that you are driving, that you are piloting, that you are spreading some word, telling some story that is uniquely yours. And you're no longer hiding that story through your relations or the efforts of others who you have often put before you. You're telling your story on your own behalf with your own words. You're stepping out of the shadows. And that's what, in many ways, is driving this process and path, this project. And you're not apologizing for that. In fact, you're taking all of the shine. You're sucking up the sun, rightfully so. You're understanding that your appreciation, your recognition is long overdue, and you're reveling in that. You're loving this. There's some presentation or conversation, perhaps even a contract that you've devised that helps to put you out front, to sign your name to a project in a prominent way. In the seventh house, the Death card is clarified by the Ten of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, you're really born into a new community here, releasing the past, releasing your old ideas of what relationship or even community should or had to look like. And by had to, I mean the way you were conditioned to believe it should be. You've released that, and you understand that you're already living this dream of a sharing, resource-filled, resource-sharing community. And as a result of your experience and skills, you feel a sense of control and dominion, sovereignty over your life and its resources, and the ability to be generous by directing those in a way that will benefit others. You understand that your wealth or abundance is measured by you, by how much you can generate with and on behalf of others. That's where you find true abundance in a rich community, an abundant community. In the 10th house, the Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. Eights are very powerful numbers of success, of hard work, of discipline, and you have been working long and hard towards this collaborative goal. I do think that your independence has allowed you to identify that you enjoy working best with others. You are ideally a team player, but that doesn't mean that you don't determined the terms of that. And that has allowed you to step out of a place of hiding your light, perhaps co-signing the work of others, supporting the success of others, into a place where you've moved away from those static ideas of relationships in which the expectation was your need to give to the needs of others. And you've learned what you can learn. You've gathered the skills necessary to do those for yourself. And you understand that you are working in this way that really unleashes the wisdom of many relationships, all relationships, even the ones that felt damaging, hurtful, that you questioned their value, you questioned the time invested in those relationships. And instead, you are really trusting that those had to be there and that there were valuable lessons that not only you have learned, but you will continue to learn as you pour into your own development. And hence, the development, discipline, and work ethic needed to empower this collaboration, this team that you understand you're a part of. I'm going to finish this reading with an oracle card, and I've pulled Pride. I like this. This feels very much connected to your expression and your ability to step out of the shadows, to stay hidden. I love myself, and I see myself in everyone. And I would say, conversely, others see themselves in you and love you as a reflection of that ability, that vision that you are sharing with others of who you are, of your story. Thank you so much, Libra, for your likes, your subscribes. Thank you for dropping comments of love and support to me, feedback. And until next time, namaste.